Week 4 of the National Football League. And the spotlight is on Justin Herbert. He had a solid performance a week ago, throwing for 3 touchdowns. It's the Chargers and the Texans, and it's coming up next on EA Sports.
On a wonderful fall afternoon in the state of Texas, the roof is open, and we've got football from NRG Stadium in Houston. Today, it's Week 4, and we've got what should be a great one here between the Los Angeles Chargers and the Houston Texans. Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis on hand here. CD, you look at the Texans in this matchup. It's a relatively balanced offense. The next-gen stats kind of bear that out. What do you think they'll be looking to do in this one?
I think it'll be exactly what you just talked about. They'll want to be balanced on offense, which means to them, they'll want everyone involved. See if they can get some one-on-ones in the passing game. Maybe identify some situation where he can swing the ball to the backs in space. Even find some spots where they just want to play some old-fashioned power football. As one of the most successful coaches in the league told us once, the definition of balanced offense,
a couple of 2-1 teams set to square off, and we're underway here in NFL Week 4. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Charger offense makes its way out for the first time in this ball game, and leading the way, already a star in just his 3rd season, it's Justin Herbert.
and he ought to have a lot of pep in his step after last week's performance, because he did exactly as you want him to play if you're a coach. 3 touchdown passes, 0 interceptions, which usually means you're making a lot of right decisions out there.
And got him the win. They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. The veteran Jerry Hughes drops the hammer in the backfield.
It may be cliche, but it is something that holds up over time, doesn't it? If you're the visitors, you don't want to let the crowd in the game early.
Yeah, and that's exactly what they did there. But you said also this defense, they're going to give them a lot of looks like we just saw there, aren't they?
They certainly are. They're a proud unit, and they're going to ride the momentum of this crowd with them, and that's why they got after them early.
To try again after the sack. Herbert, and his throw is incomplete.
And this drive is almost over before it began, thanks to a great defensive effort. Sacked on first down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
35 yards that time on the punt, and the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. So out come the Texans for their opening drive. And bringing them out is a Pro Bowler back in the 2015 campaign. He's now approaching a decade in the league. It's Teddy Bridgewater.
Would you say that last week's performance by him, workmanlike in terms of numbers?
1 touchdown, 1 pick, but obviously a loss.
Yeah, and that's the bottom line for him. All he cares about is how do we find a way to win the game. Maybe he leans on a few other parts of the offense, and hopefully springs a receiver or 2 free.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Bridgewater to throw it. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Tough series for the passing game. Things just aren't clicking. Hoping they can come through on this play and get this series back on track with a completion for enough yardage for a 1st down.
On 3rd down, Bridgewater. And the open receiver, it's Robert Woods. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Bridgewater. To the right side to Eric Ebron. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
Hang on now. We're going to pause here. We've got an injured player. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
From the red zone now, Bridgewater. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston.
Kenny Galladay.
His 2nd touchdown on the season.
And the Texans get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon.
An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turned into his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
Santos able to tack on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Chargers get set to go here for their 2nd drive.
These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Back to throw here, Herbert.
He dumps it to Eckler underneath.
And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
They'll try and pick it up by running the option to the right. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. They lost 2, and it brings up 4.
Just a simple run play there on 3rd and 1, but this D was up to the challenge and stopped them, bringing up 4th down.
On 4th down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. Is the distance on the punt there.
And the Texans will take over.
So now we get set to see Houston for their 2nd drive of the ball game.
They've got the 7-0 lead. Now they've got the football back after their defense got the stop, CD. And you get the feeling if they could score here, they really have all the momentum on their side.
And you just wonder right now, is the quarterback and the play caller totally in sync? Are they of one mind that, hey, what worked last time? Let's keep doing it until they stop us. Or do they go to a different section in the playbook, show them something different? Either way, they want a repeat of their first drive.
Again, it's Harris on 2nd down.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
Holding offense.
All right, so they got that one, Charles, against the center.
And let's remember how difficult it is for the center, because remember, he's got to snap the ball to put the play in motion, and sometimes you got that big guy on your nose. You got sometimes where he's coming at you at an angle. It's a difficult job for him to snap the ball and then execute his block.
And they're going to get this up to midfield.
James White's first carry. And some room to maneuver.
Yeah, good work there in open space. And he's got this all the way down now to the 32.
They go right back to White here on 1st down. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
The Texans at 2-1 now to start the campaign. And they were looking good until last week's loss took them from the ranks of the unbeaten.
Yeah, I don't think anyone was expecting this team to push the 72 Dolphins, but still, you got to take a lot of positives from this first month. If they can bounce back and move to 3-1, they'll be pretty well set up for the remainder of the season to follow.
Ready for the second quarter from Houston. It's the Texans in possession of the football. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Throwing is Bridgewater. They got a man over the middle. It's Woods. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8.
And it appears we have a Charger shaken up on that last play. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside.
To throw, Bridgewater. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
2nd down and goal. Bridgewater. Touchdown, Texans. Robert Woods from 8 yards out.
And the Texans go up by 2 touchdowns. Well, this has been a flawless start for them. They score, they get the stop, and they score again, Charles.
Complimentary football at its finest. You just mentioned how they got it done. They scored. The defense got the ball back for them. They score again. That's the way you win ball games.
Santos now to add the PAT. And it's good to make it 14-0. So that drive goes 8 plays.
And it ends with a Robert Woods touchdown reception.
Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away.
This one fielded at the 5. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. The offense for Los Angeles returns to the field. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. We'll see if they can do better here on this drive. Herbert and the Chargers now with a 1st and 10.
At their own 23.
He'll hand off here to Eckler.
And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Eckler going to get it again on 2nd down.
And some space here. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
1st down, Los Angeles there with a pickup of 14 yards.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
Running on 1st down, Eckler. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Once more, here's Eckler. Gets past 1 man. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Throw right side, complete to Williams. And this will not be enough. On 35, he only gets 3.
A short game that doesn't get him the 1st down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. Here's J.K. Scott set to do the punting honors. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
It has been about as perfect of a start to this game as these guys could have asked for, Charles. They've scored on their first 2 drives. They still haven't given anything up on the other side of the ball, so they can already make this a 3-score game here if they can come away with points on this drive.
Yeah, they're almost pushing them to the brink, aren't they, partner? Almost to the point now where it's a loss of words for me, which I know would excite all of our viewers, but you're just not supposed to see that type of dominance so quickly in a game like this. Everything they've done has been working so far. Offense, defense, you name it, it's going well for them.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. They're going to hurry back to the line now. They go play action. Bridgewater. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Bridgewater. He finds his target, Ebron. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. So 2 first downs, and that moves the ball to the 42 now, 1st and 10. Play action now. Bridgewater. That's caught by Galladay. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. To throw is Bridgewater. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. To the air again with Bridgewater.
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted.
Picked up by J.C. Jackson.
And the Chargers will take over here at their own 12-yard line.
Well, he's certainly not been afraid to take some chances downfield. Now, look, it's paid off for him a couple of times. That time, not so fortunate.
And that's where I want to start, what you said. It's paid off a couple of times. So his aggressiveness has been good for his offense for the most part. So he throws an interception there. No one likes that, but I would not rein him back in. The return on investment thus far has been pretty good. 2 touchdowns to 1 interception.
They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run.
And we'll jump right over halftime and keep the game going here in Week 4. 2nd half kickoff, ready to go.
And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. It's the Texans in front, and they're going to get the football first as we are back underway in the 3rd quarter.
Pulls it in at the 13. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
So here are the Texans to take over. They were losers a week ago to the Bears, but they lead things here as they begin this drive 1st and 10. They turn to Harris to begin the drive. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. And quickly they get to the line. Off the play fake, Bridgewater. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. That one good for 16 as the drive continues. Now a first down carry for Harris. And he's going to get across midfield and into Charger territory. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Here's another carry for Harris. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. Now it's a bootleg with Bridgewater.
And that nearly the pick that they needed. He couldn't pull it in, though, and it's 4th down.
Partner, I think he's got to be careful as he continues to try to extend plays because he's already been intercepted in this game. And the coverage, they continue to challenge all of his receivers downfield.
And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line.
So this drive going to continue following the conversion on 4th. Here's 1st and 10. And a pretty good burst right there as he'll take this down to the 33.
Harris running straight ahead. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. And they're going to speed things up here. On second down, this is Harris. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. On the give, this is Harris. And able to fight forward inside the 15 to the 13. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Touchdown! Eric Ebron from 13 yards out. And the Texans take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical, that's one of the words you've taught me, and they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the third quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that, so you really give yourself an advantage.
Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now we'll look at the Chargers offense. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. Herbert going to lead up the Chargers here, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. His throw complete right side to the tight end Parham. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Draw play, it's Eckler. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here, 3rd and 5.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
From the gun, Herbert on 3rd down. This is caught by Williams. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Herbert will give this one to Eckler. And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. Back now in Houston. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. The end result, 21 yards. Here's Herbert. He finds his receiver, Williams, for a Charger touchdown. Mike Williams, his first touchdown on the year. And the Chargers are finally into the end zone here in this fourth quarter. Dustin Hopkins on now to add the extra point. It's up, it's good, and that'll cut the lead to 21-7. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
And now this offense comes back out onto the field.
Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. They'll keep it on the ground. Harris again. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. And now they're in the hurry-up. Play fake. Bridgewater.
And this nearly an interception, but it's incomplete. Well, a turnover really would have helped him there, but not to be.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Bridgewater. Sideline throw. It's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. And he's got the first down, yardage before being taken down at midfield. First down, and they go back to Harris. And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. On play action, it's Bridgewater. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
One thing that offensive guys stress when they throw the deep ball, you're just counting on your receiver to find it, adjust before the defensive back can get his head around. In this case, though, the DB matched it.
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need.
And the Chargers are right back in this football game.
2-score game here in the fourth, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
After the turnover, here's Herbert. Got a man over the middle. It's Williams.
And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
Herbert's throw there complete to Allen.
And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. That'll give them 8 that time, and they'll be left with 2nd and a couple. Herbert. He'll get this to Eckler.
And he will get enough for a first down, and that will lead us to the 2-minute warning.
They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score.
Herbert to throw.
Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Now Herbert got to get into the line in a hurry. Throwing, Herbert.
And this is caught at the 8. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the touchdown Chargers.
Donald Parham from 4 yards out. And the Chargers have made it a 1-score game again here in the fourth.
Hopkins with the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. So the drive there took 6 plays. So a 7-point game, they'll need a recovery, the touchdown, and an extra point to tie. And the effort snuffed out. The Texans hands team recovers. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number as empirical.
Harris going to get it again on second down.
Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just 70 seconds left to go in the game. On third and short, this is Janovich. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Now the defense will burn their third and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They find some open field here. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Harris. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Throwing here, Bridgewater. And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Now the point after try for Santos. He's got it as they double up the lead. This one's now 28-14. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told.
And it ends with a Robert Woods touchdown reception.
Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away.
This one fielded at the 5.
Well, a dangerous return man showing it here.
And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Herbert and the Chargers
down by 2 touchdowns. A little over 20 seconds to go. It's an extremely tall order in front of them, but they've got the ball with a first down.
Herbert. He's got Eckler. Oh, and a nice tackle, a 6-yard pickup, but they need more than that.
One last throw here for Herbert. Throwing left side, it's complete. And a little bit of a consolation prize there. He's into the end zone. Won't win him the game, but they do get the score with all zeros showing.
But some fantasy players are really happy with that score.
The extra point here is good, but the late touchdown can only draw the score a bit closer as this game is over. Ball on the one side, if you try to take away something positive from this game, they played to the final whistle, getting the touchdown there in the last play. But still, all for naught, really.
Yeah, I'd say give them points for positivity. I like that. That part is good. But I often wonder, when the game is settled and the clock is run out, do we really need to kick the extra point?
Oh, yeah. It's silly. It's silly.
It doesn't make any sense to me. I know that people have explained before, well, you got to play it all the way through. Come on, this thing was done.
So for Houston, they're on a nice early roll as they move to 3-1 with a win here. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the Jacksonville Jaguars. Meanwhile, for the Chargers, they'll fall back to 500 at 2-2. And they'll try to get back on the beam next week as they'll head to Cleveland to take on the Browns.